New at 5, Jefferson County deputies are investigating after a man was found dead in Brighton. According to the sheriff's office, detectives were called just before midnight to Jaybird Road and Edward Street. That's where they found a 19-year-old man shot to death near a car. And not far from where the victim was, detectives found an abandoned blue car with evidence suggesting that someone inside may have been injured. Investigators believe the scenes are connected, but no arrests have been made. Anyone with information is asked to call the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers to remain anonymous. Well, some residents in College Hills tonight are expressing concern over a recent shootout at an Airbnb near their homes. While no one was injured, they tell WVTM 13's Bryce Olselin that they want to see change so they can feel safe in their neighborhood.
Reginald Childress says tenants of a local Airbnb fired multiple shots, leaving him and his neighbors in fear. He's now demanding Airbnb to take action. Birmingham police responded to the shooting that took place on Monday, August 12th, around 3 a.m. Bullets struck multiple homes and totaled a vehicle. Childress says he's lived in the area his whole life, and he would like Airbnb to monitor their tenants more closely.
A bullet went through my mom's window. She's 96 years old. My neighbor, she's turned 90 on Monday. Bullets hit her house, through her walls, through her windows, and we worked hard for what we have, for our things, for our property. There's a lot of property damage done over here, and you know, we got who's going to pay for it.
The Birmingham Police Department nor Airbnb could be reached for a comment at this time. Childress says the owner of this property has reached out to people in the area about reimbursing them for the damages. In College Hills, Bryce Olselin, WVTM 13.
Tomorrow, thousands will descend on Chicago for the start of the Democratic National Convention as the party looks to formally nominate Vice President Harris to the top of the ticket. White House correspondent Caitlin Norwood is at the arena where the convention is set to take place.
Gladys, the Democratic Convention will be held here inside the United Center. While things look pretty empty right now, in just 24 hours, hundreds of people will descend on this floor. As city officials tell me, Chicago was built to handle big events like this.
A kitchen busy as Hing Ki, a family-owned restaurant in Chicago's Chinatown, prepares for a big boost in business.
We're busy, cranking out all those dumplings.
About 50,000 people are expected to gather in the city for the Democratic National Convention this week. The Windy City has hosted 26 national political conventions, more than any other city in U.S. history.
We're built for it.
And with its diverse food scene, popular tourist attractions like the Bean, large capacity venues, and its ease of access.
All roads lead to Chicago, all rail leads to Chicago. If you want to fly, you can get here. You want to drive, you can get here. You want to take the train, you can get here.
Security is already ramping up around the arena, and city officials say they're ready for the influx of visitors.
Secret Service, Homeland Security, FBI, Office of Emergency Management and Communications, our police department, they have all been working together for at least a year and a half, if not 2 years.
And third-generation business owner Angela Learn says she's ready too. She hopes Chinatown's close proximity to the convention will jumpstart what's been a slower summer.
We're really hoping that that'll draw more traffic to the area for people to just come in and grab a good bite to eat and explore the culture sites that we have here.
The DNC also pointed out that Illinois is part of the Midwestern Blue Wall. That includes Wisconsin and Michigan, which were key to the party's victories in 2020 and 2022. Reporting from Chicago, Caitlin Norwood, WVTM 13.
Thanks so much, Caitlin. And former First Lady Michelle Obama will address the Democratic National Convention in her hometown of Chicago. Sources confirm that she will speak at the conference Tuesday night, the same night as her husband, former President Barack Obama. At the 2016 convention, Michelle Obama gave a speech which included the famous line, "When they go low, we go high." Both Michelle and Barack Obama have endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. In a new campaign video, the two speak with Harris by phone to express support for her candidacy. And don't forget, this week on WVTM 13, join NBC News for its special coverage of the Democratic National Convention, co-anchored by Savannah Guthrie and Lester Holt. It starts tomorrow night at 9. On the other side of the campaign trail, former President Trump is challenging Vice President Kamala Harris to implement her new economic plan. Trump made those remarks today in Pennsylvania, where he asked why she didn't push for her economic agenda years ago. He also called out her accusations of him raising taxes.
She says she's going to lower the cost of food and housing starting on day one. But day one for Kamala was 3.5 years ago. So why didn't she do it then? So this is day 1305. We're at 1305. So why isn't she doing it now? She talked about all the taxes I was going to raise. I never said that. I'm lowering taxes.
In addition to those remarks, Trump called Harris the most radical person to ever run for office. The ribbon will be cut tomorrow for Alabama's Capstone Learning Academy. Applications are now open for parents to enroll their children. The ceremony is going to take place at the Old Northington Elementary School on McFarland Boulevard. You can apply if you have a child that is at least 6 weeks old, but the center does not enroll kids older than 5. Director Samantha Patton says the program is focused on helping each student meet their academic goals.
Our curriculum is called the Purple Pages Early Foundations, and it's an evidence-based curriculum. And so they will go through our program, and as they matriculate, we will meet them where they are to accommodate their needs with education.
Tuition includes breakfast, lunch, and snacks for non-infants. To apply, just contact the university. From now through September 10th, shelters in our area are participating in lower or waived pet adoption fees. As part of the campaign, WVTM 13 is teaming up with the Greater Birmingham Humane Society and BMW of Birmingham for an adopt-a-thon set for Saturday, August 24th. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the dealership on Tom Williams Way in Irondale. We hope to see you there so that you can help our furry friends find their forever homes. Coming up, we're talking about how hot school buses can get in the heat and what drivers are doing to keep students safe. And as we head to break, here's another live view from our Regents Field Skycam. We're going to send it over to Jordan so he can tell you what you can expect for our full forecast. Jordan?
That's right. We have some scattered showers and thunderstorms, some severe tracking across Alabama. I'll be tracking these with you coming up in your full forecast after the break. You're watching.
Welcome back in. As kids return to school, August is known to be one of the hottest months of the year. And Jordan, that means something for the school bus rides for students.
That's right. As those temperatures rise, schools in Calhoun County are taking extra precautions to keep students safe on the bus ride. I recently went out there to see how they prioritize heat safety on the bus.
A lot of our students in our school system ride the bus to and from school every day. Sometimes their drop-off might be 30 or 40 minutes after they got on the school bus.
Wesley Glenn, a parent, teacher, and coach at Sachs High School, appreciates the AC and the yellow wagons. Let's just say school buses can be a hot topic amongst parents.
Having a lot of these buses air conditioned is a safety issue that is going to play a big part in cutting down on some safety concerns of overheating.
Roughly 4,500 students are transported across the county every day. And Lee Phillips, the transportation director, says safety is their top priority. That includes the heat.
These are our children. I've got kids in these schools. Most of the people that work for the county system have children inside the schools, and so we put their safety at the top.
You won't find many school buses in Calhoun without AC.
The decision was made several years back to make sure that we had air conditioning on all our school buses. We still have some subs that don't have, but we try to save those until other times of the year. But as far as our route buses, we ensure that we have air conditioning on all those buses. When you're buying a $120,000 to $130,000 vehicle, it's a small cost on the front end to provide this kind of service for everybody.
But how hot do these yellow behemoths get in this August heat? Well, idle, this school bus measured 105 degrees. But once the engine was cranked and the AC was cut on, it quickly cooled to 75 degrees.
I think if we can keep it in the 70s, that's comfortable, especially when it's 100 degrees outside and feels as hot as it does.
But there is one way to keep the bus cool.
We got a lot of drivers that'll provide small bottles of water, push pops, popsicles, that kind of thing, just to keep them cool. So we do everything in our power to make sure that they're good to and from on their ride on the school bus.
Wow, 105 degrees. That is dangerously hot. So glad that those students have air conditioner.
That's right, and that doesn't even mention the humidity. But I contacted the Jefferson County School District, the second largest school district in the state, and they said that 94 of their exceptional education route buses have AC, but the rest of the 358 normal route buses do not have AC, unfortunately.
All right, Jordan, thank you.
But the radar is actually very busy this evening. We have the heat, but also some storms out there. We're taking a live look now at the WVTM Live Doppler, and we are tracking most storms south of Birmingham. Take a closer look at some of these storms. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Bibb County over Centerville, where there's a lot of lightning there. Try to zoom in and see and get a closer look at what's going on there towards Centerville, or coming out of Centerville, really. Let's see, lots of lightning, heavy rain just to the north, but it's headed towards places like Barnett Road. Let's see, Sherman, Hugie Road. We have Talladega National Forest there. That's where that storm is headed. So strong wind gusts are within that cell that you just saw. Moving farther eastward, we have this pretty strong storm that just came out of Alexander City, where there's another severe thunderstorm warning in effect there. I'm gonna zoom in closer to where that river, the Splash Lake, is there and see where all that lightning is headed towards. We have State Road 49, State Road 50, State Road 229, with that severe thunderstorm warning expiring around 5:30. Another shower making its way through Moody, Odenville, headed towards Wolf Creek and Pell City, so be on the lookout for that. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 p.m. this evening and later on tonight. I do think they're going to start canceling some of the watches per county as the system makes its way further south, because it's more of a wave moving southward slowly but surely. But with these storms that we're seeing that now. We can see gusty winds, heavy rain, lightning, and a lot of these isolated storms, but small hail is also possible out there, so all the more reason just to be indoors. If you haven't already, download the WVTM 13 app. A cool thing that it does is that it can detect lightning and how far away that lightning is from you, sort of giving you a heads up on when and where these storms are coming through. A lot more information on the app as well. But as we move through the rest of this evening, this wave that we just saw on the radar is going to continue southward. By the time we get into 8 p.m. this evening, we could see some pop-up storms back into central Alabama, but none of that should be severe, and then we'll be clear as we move into the overnight tonight. And then tomorrow, actually a great day. We'll wake up in the mid-70s, sunshine through and through, climbing to the 90s as we move through the afternoon, and we won't have to worry about heat indices as much. over the next 7 days, temperatures are going to climb to the lower 90s and then eventually to the upper 80s. Cool thing about Monday, though, there's a supermoon and a blue moon, the sturgeon moon happening. So as we move into Monday night, definitely look at that. We don't see supermoons and blue moons on the same night very often. The next one won't be until March of 2037. And then as we move through Wednesday, we'll be waking up to temperatures in the lower 60s, if not the upper 50s in some spots. 57 potentially in Coleman, 57 potentially there in Double Springs. And then overall, it's just really a great week. Julian?
Coming up next in sports, here we go, week 0 on the clock for the high school football season. So I have some teams to preview. We're going to AISA for our next one. Plus, Nick Dunlap looks for his 3rd PGA Tour win. I got highlights from Memphis after the break.